Hello and welcome to the X-Wing Store Championships at Athena Games. My name is, of course, George Marriott, and joining me today is the Mr. Lovely Elliot Baker.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this fantastic game we got for you today. Round 4, I believe.
This is round 4. On the left-hand side of your screen is again Andy Jones from round 2 Infamy, and on the right-hand side is Chris Turner from round 2 Commentary Infamy. They're flying very similar lists.
Yeah, very, very similar lists.
Yeah, so it looks very different on screen. Because
tiny bit different. We have, of course, Andy Jones. If you've not seen round 2, go pause this video, go and watch it now. But we'll take you through the list anyway. So Andy's running 36 Shades of Brown, which is his Captain Oiken, which is a Decimator, 42 points. A Bounty Hunter Fire Spray, which is 33 points, and an Omicron Group Shuttle, which is 21 points, with the only upgrade in the list, Engine Upgrade, which gives it a boost action.
Yeah, and Chris is, of course, running Commander Kendrick.
Yep.
With a couple of upgrades. He's got Predator and Isan Isard. He's also got an Omnicron pilot with Darth Vader.
Yep.
And 2 Vanilla Academy pilots.
Indeed. You've got Darth Vader on the shuttle, of course. That's a pretty much standard thing which we see a lot. You'd be able to... Darth Vader's ability, after you form an attack, you may suffer 2 damage to deal a crit to your opponent.
Yeah, now that's very useful versus the 36 Shades list.
Oh, yes.
Because that has one hell of a lot of little hull points.
Load of hull points. They kind of get, especially on the Decimator, so many crits, and the crits can cripple a Decimator completely.
Yeah. And they can also cripple a Bounty Hunter. We saw the Bounty Hunter in round 2 do an awful lot of work.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
If you can, it's got so much mobility. If you can reduce its mobility or its shooting first, then it just sort of becomes a non-factor in the game.
And of course, Commander Kendrick's ability is if you have no shield and at least 1 damage card assigned to you, you increase your agility by 1. That gives it a bit more survivability in the rounds. There's the handshake.
Yeah. The asteroids, of course, they're actually slightly different this time.
Yeah,
we've been seeing a lot of lines.
Yeah.
We've got a line on Chris's side and a triangle on Andy's side, so Illuminati confirmed.
Indeed.
We've got, obviously, setting up beginning, but the asteroids aren't anything really that special.
No. It's surprising that the asteroid's a bit tighter than usual. You'd usually expect, especially with large ships involved, the more spread out. However, Chris probably wants to get more...
Well, Chris also does have TIE fighters.
He does,
So he's got a slightly more manoeuvrable ship compared to Andy's Bounty Hunter, but... You never know, the Bounty Hunters.
To really survive, they're going to need to use those asteroids as a cover.
Yeah, that's fine, and they're capable of duking between each one.
Especially considering that Chris has got Predator on his Kenkirk, which allows him free reroll, so he doesn't need to target lock, he can focus. Good action economy there. He's also got Yuzan Isard, which Isard enables you to take in a free evade action. So essentially, you've got a very tanky Decimator there with getting in 1 agility dice after it gets a certain amount of damage, and being able to take in a free evade action. Yeah. So, very good survivability there.
Chris does also have initiative.
He does have initiative.
Which is very useful in this sort of matchup, because it means that your Pilot Skill 1 guys... your Pilot Skill 1 guys always fire first, but your shuttle with Vader will fire before the opponent's shuttle.
Yeah, which is very useful.
You can get a little bit out of that. It means that you can Vader slightly before, maybe take out their thing before your shuttle dies.
I mean, it's surprising because he did debate whether the academies should be switched out for 1 single tie of a higher quality. However, having just those 2 extra ships and they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
The, of course, disadvantage is Pilot Skill 1, as displayed by the orange number, means that they're going to move first, but they're going to fire last, which could make all the difference.
Yeah, but they are also just meat shields.
That is true.
They are not there to carry games. They're just there to get in front of things and be annoying.
Yeah, they are there to be annoying. They've got measly 2 attack dice with the red number. They just poke damage away as much as they can, trying to get shield hull points down to enable your shuttle to go in there and deal the crit.
Yeah, now the shuttle has been deployed. You might not be able to fully see it. It's in the top right hand corner, an angle.
Yeah, it's surprising to see that.
There. It just basically is. Most people do deploy their shuttles in the corners.
They usually do.
And that's a very strange sound in the background.
Yeah.
The shuttle has been deployed in the top right hand corner, facing towards the centre of the board. But it basically allows it a greater range of movement.
It does.
It can perform a bank either way now.
Indeed, it's got a bit more freedom in its movement. It's also got a straight run through those asteroids towards Andy's other shuttle.
Yeah, and Andy's shuttle is on its own, but then you look at the top side of the board, that's a Decimator and a Bounty Hunter.
And we've seen this deployment before. This exact same deployment from Andy. Not changing up strategy, going for the exact same setup.
Andy pretty much went with this setup most of the tournament. So it worked out well for him. He did fairly well with it. So it basically means that you're able to, if your opponent deploys at least half their force in the middle of the table, you're going to be able to come in from one side and really hurt them. So it's more punishment, and these are the two ships that can easily fire in multiple directions.
Oh yes, you got the Decimator's got 360 firing arc, and of course the Fire Spray 90-degree arc forward, and auxiliary rear arc 90 degrees backwards. It's got both ships got very good chance of doing some damage to something.
So for these, because they can come in and swoop in, they don't care if they overshoot slightly.
No,
they're still going to be able to shoot back. So
exactly.
That's fine. And Chris going with a 5 forward on his ties.
Very bold, going for the 5 right away. Very bold.
I think this is more just he wants to get them in there with the Decimator coming up to perform basically what we've seen before with as a bump shield, as I've taken to calling it, because literally that's what the TIE Fighters are for in this list.
Indeed.
Is to hopefully make the opponent bump into them, stop their movement early, keep them out of range or arc if possible, and then just unload everything you can into the -1 TIE Fighter, who, to be fair, your 2 shots you're not really missing on that TIE Fighter.
Well, yeah.
You're like, it's fine, I'm missing 2 shots on my TIE Fighter.
Oh, there are worse ships to lose your dice on.
Yes, there are many, many worse ships to lose your dice on in the end.
Like the Hawk, I got 1 attack dice. That's the point.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, anyway, okay, here goes the shuttle, banking to the right.
Yeah, it's just forming up, so it's on a straight angle, so if Andy does race in, he will be in forward arc and he won't have... Because, basically once the lambda's out of arc, is never getting back in arc. Unless you're coming back around with other ships to come back into arc for both of you.
This is a good position here, because if the Fire Spray and the Decimator were to go forward, they'd both be enough the shuttle, clear Cypher Vader to come in.
Yeah, now we were saying having the initiative is good for Chris, because of obviously the shuttle shooting before the other shuttle, but it is also bad
because he moves first.
Yeah, and
he plays his hand.
Well, you can't change it
exactly,
but it does mean that your shuttle is going to be a slightly bigger bump cowl than Andy's shuttle.
Indeed.
So
Andy has moved his shuttle up. Is he debating a boost? Maybe.
I think he is debating a boost here.
I don't think it would clear the big asteroid though. I think
no, it's not going
to. And of course that just makes it a sitting duck for those ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just looking at it, seeing if he can judge it. Of course, once you call the action, you must perform it if you can complete it.
If you can. So, really, I think Andy's just going to...
Yeah,
we're going to see the standard turn 1 of everything moved up, everything focused. Focused is now removed. Let's get on to turn 2.
Yeah. Very rarely is combat started in round 1.
I think there are a couple of rounds that happens.
Yeah, there are weird scenarios where it does happen.
I think we had interceptors racing at each other earlier, or in one of these rounds. Anyway.
And there's a good 3-4 from the Fire Spray there.
They are also racing forwards now, so that's fine.
And there we go. And there's actually a 4 from both of them.
Yeah, that's a 4.
4 forward.
And they aren't in range. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a range rule to check anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're very close. They're close enough to warrant a check at least.
It's like, well, we'll see if we can shoot each other. Because if he does, Oiken is going to shoot first.
Oh, of course.
And then the Bounty Hunter. And then the Underground Pilot.
And it's worth noting that Oiken's ability is, of course, once he collides with an enemy, or forms a move that overlaps an enemy, he does that enemy damage. So, and that's no defense dice, automatic damage, which against those ties is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Probably not so much against the shuttle.
Well, you never know. It comes up big versus other Decimators.
Oh yes, definitely.
If you can bump them constantly and they can't shoot you, you're slowly going to grind them down over the course of a game. It does require for you to be inside your opponent's head, know where they're going to go, know what they're going to do. So it's one of those things where every so often you'll notice it and you'll wonder exactly how it's going. So
there is a room for a check. I believe they've...
Yeah, pretty sure no one is in range. No one's in range.
There we go.
Like, okay, that's fine. No, not in range. No one's going to be in range of each other at this point in the game. That's fine.
So we start a new round.
Ooh, no, not in
range.
It's not surprised, like, okay, they both move forwards fairly far, but the lander needed to move 1 extra forwards, and there would have been some early combat.
And that would have been devastating for Chris, I think.
Yeah. Now, what we've got coming up here, though, is obviously the Decimator moving in to reinforce the shuttle, and leaving 2 TIE Fighters versus a shuttle.
Which, on the face of it, is not too unwise. The shuttle's only got 1 defense dice, so... theoretically, if you're doing 2 damage with the 2 attack dice, you should get at least 1 damage through.
Yeah. Now, of course, the TIE Fighters have 3 defense die, but the shuttle also has 3 attack die.
Yes, that is.
So you can, if you get a crit, you can just destroy a TIE Fighter's day. And let's face it, if you're going Decimator Shuttle versus Decimator Fire Spray, that's a fight you also don't win.
No, it's not.
Like, that's going to be a very close fight.
Yeah.
But the Bounty Hunter is slightly better equipped to fight in close quarters.
But then Chris's Decimator has got more survivability than Andy's. He's got something that gives him free evade and also gets a defense
it does,
dice.
and Ken Kirk will shoot first, but also don't forget Oiken can just ram into things and have a laugh.
That is true.
Like
Which
it
I
can
predict we'll
stop.
see.
It can stop one thing shooting basically.
Yeah, because it
And-
negates a hit in time.
Yeah,
It stops anyone from because two ships that are touching cannot attack each other.
yeah, and if you flow that into Ken Kirk or whatever, then it's going to be a lot harder. Obviously, you can't evade die.
Yeah.
A ram.
The dial's been placed, maneuvers have been selected. Now see what they're doing.
That's a 3 forward.
Yeah, 3 forward from the ties. Probably the other one's going to follow suit, stay in formation.
Yeah, they've pretty much been doing this so far. I say they've been doing this so far. It's turn 2, so they've done this once.
And the question remains: is are they going to attempt to block the shuttle? Because if the shuttle banks far enough,
I will say that I highly doubt the shuttle is going like 3 bank right here, which
very
is what it
unlikely.
would need to bump. Like, I think it's more likely for the shuttle just to move forwards, or if Andy's really brave, stay still,
yeah,
stress up.
that does
move,
stress you though.
and then see what he thinks he can do. Like maybe just go forwards a bit, try and clear that stress, and see what the TIE fighters do. Because if he stays still, the TIE fighters might just move like 1 forwards, and then he'll just be able to go straight through them.
Actually, no, ties can't move 1 forward.
Oh, 2 forwards.
Their slowest maneuver is 2 forward.
I always forget that about TIE fighters.
Yeah,
It's because they're basically useless.
they're cannon fodder. They're 12 points.
They are
You
shields. Well, Z95s are just better for him.
Debatable.
I've proved this. I've proved this to you.
Uh,
That Z95 man, he was a hero. The true hero of the rebellion.
and there we go. And yeah, I can see where Andy's Decimator is going to go.
Yeah,
Ram
it's,
right forward into that shuttle.
Well, hopefully it may overshoot. Because who thought that shuttle was going 2 forwards?
That's true.
Like, I don't think anyone was ever calling a shuttle going 2 forwards. 1 forwards, yes. But I
2
don't
forward,
think anyone was ever going to go, yeah, this thing's going to go 2 forward.
But fortunately, this has left Chris in a bad position where the shuttle maybe get rammed. Of course, the only reason he did that was to allow room for a Decimator probably to turn this round and get into attack vector.
And that is a bump on the first TIE fighter, I think I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever. It's on one of the TIE fighters. Which is
Yep.
fine, because there's another TIE fighter right next to it.
at range 1, but he's still with an arc. That's the difficulty now.
Yeah, that's fine. You're going to get shot back, but you've got shields.
Well,
Also, you now have 4 attack die.
yeah, true.
You've got 4 attack die. Yeah, they have 3, but you also shoot first, so... Can you take a TIE fighter out in theory before...
In theory, yes. And that's...
And no, there's no bump from the shuttle here.
Oh, no bump on the shuttle at all. The
No, it
Decimator's
just went a
going-
little bit forwards.
A little bit forward.
Which is not a bad move in that respect, because it gives you a lot more room to manoeuvre on that side of the board.
It does.
If he'd gone 3-4 forwards, he would have had a lot more... He would have had, a lot less space to manoeuvre in.
But of course, that shuttle is going to get lit up this turn by both the Decimator
That
and
shuttle
the
is going to get shot up. And Ken Kirk is just moving up.
Moving his position there. Not really worrying about arcs, more just getting it into the right position. Protecting the flank of the shuttle, which of course is the most vulnerable side of the shuttle, because once you get behind it, it's not going to turn around.
Well, once you're out of the shuttle's arc, the shuttle probably isn't getting you back in arc anytime soon.
You have to make the most out of the 21 points that you can.
Yeah, now, the thing what we're going to see is probably some one-sided Decimator on Decimator action.
I agree.
And then some very, very one-sided Decimator fire spray on shuttle action.
This does present an interesting opportunity for Andy, though, because the shuttle's got 1 of 8 dice, but the Decimator's got 0, so what is the better target? But the shuttle's at range 1.
The shuttle will be at range 1, so, okay, the shuttle's going to hit him for a little bit. But, yeah. So this is Ken Kirk firing up Oiken. That's 2 hits and a crit.
Yep, there go 3 shields.
Yep.
Well, that's not a bad turn.
No, that's a pretty good call. There's some damage going down.
Chris made the right choice for target, going for the one that's less likely to evade. Bounty Hunter's, of course, got 2 evade dice. Chances are you could have only got 1 hit through, but this, you've got good damage output.
Yeah, and that means that when the shuttle shoots back, it's probably going to take some damage.
And it's very good, because the Decimator, you don't want to leave that thing to the end game, because that's the worst thing you can do.
And that's Oiken
Wow.
shooting back at
Whoa.
Ken Kirk.
3 hits.
Yeah, and Ken Kirk loses 3 shields.
Well, the law of equivalent exchange says that one will take
That
what
was
one
that
receives.
was an equal trade.
That was an equal trade.
For
So
every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
So Chris is not up on damage, unfortunately. He's taken the same amount. And
this is the
Whoa.
bounty hunter shooting at Ken Kirk.
Well, he's obviously not very well this morning, because he completely flubbed that roll.
Yeah, he
that was
much like me has had barely any sleep.
Professionalism.
Oh, I'm professional. I know I'm burned sometimes.
There we go.
So we got the shuttle now. which I think is probably going to be shooting at Oiken.
I would recommend it. I think it's out of the.
It's out
Besides, it's better to fire at Oiken.
Oh, let's get rid of his shield.
So if this goes well for Chris, then he'll be up on the damage output. At least.
Yeah, well, he's rolling 4 dice here as well.
Yeah, so he's got good odds here.
And no evade die means that let's put some damage down, and that is a crit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's got a focus. No, that's one.
That's one crit.
Oh wait, hang on.
He's got a target lock.
Oh, okay. That's 3 hits or 3 crits actually.
Wow.
So he.
Wow.
Okay, no, he got direct hit here.
Oh yes, direct hit. We all love direct hit.
Yeah, that's such a pretty.
Especially when you've only got 2 hull left and you draw direct hit. Damn.
Or you're you and just roll an evade die. Damn.
That was one time.
There you go. Look at that. Oh, he had to flip another crit as well because of Vader.
Yeah, which is the best use of that.
I think he doesn't Vader. Sorry, I don't think anyway.
But still,
no, that's fine.
What a fantastic round for Chris. That Decimator has taken up a considerable amount of damage already. Right in this opening round of round 2. Perfect. This is just what Chris needs. But he needs to keep on top of this, man. He needs to turn that shuttle around, which is probably not going to happen for a while.
No, that thing is going to begin a leisurely bank to the left.
Yeah.
But...
And that's where Andy's shuttle is better
and now,
and here we go.
Andy's shuttle, 3 hits on a TIE Fighter.
Oh, that would kill a TIE.
There is no evade. I don't think. Or 1 evade. Let's see. Oh no, they were all evades because it has a focus, doesn't it?
Well, there we go. TIE just...
Well, that TIE just taking no damage. 1, 2 hits.
2 hits.
Hit crit. It doesn't matter. And of course the shuttle takes a shield.
Oh, incredible.
It was like the most wet noodle fight I've ever seen.
Getting in, getting down and dirty.
Well, just get in, don't really do anything because no damage is dealt. I lost the shield and I didn't do any damage. Oh wow, that's impressive.
It's still damage. It's still a shield gone from the Omicron.
It is a shield gone from a shuttle, and it should never be underestimated in that respect, because 36 shades obviously referring to the fact 36 hull points. Everything else, like every not hull points, or hit points. Removing one's still good, but not entirely what you want for firing 3. And your opponent rolling like no evade.
That's true.
Losing 1 shield, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose Andy's roll 3 hits on 4 dice. Chris just evade all of them.
Yeah, that is quite impressive.
That's impressive.
That is really impressive, to be fair.
I mean, I'm not impressed by it. It is impressive. Keeps happening to me, not for me.
There we go. Dial's now being placed again. Chris has already set down one of his dials, except for a shuttle. So you already know most things.
I think he's more staring at the dial like, wow, is it going to take me 6 turns to get back in there? Really? Because damn, that thing does not move.
And he doesn't want to stop it because we all know what Oiken's probably going to do.
I know, Oiken's going past it. Yeah, Oiken's going to go over it. Oiken's going to try and get in behind it so that he can actually put out some damage without just getting shot up.
Yeah, the fire spray probably going to make a turn to the right, get the auxiliary firing up to bear.
Can a fire spray Corrigan?
It can Corrigan. It's got 3 Corrigan.
I think it's going to Corrigan this time.
If it does, it may just clip Kenkirk, but we'll see.
Well, Kenkirk moves first. Or last, sorry.
It moves last, so therefore the backhead would bump, and when you bump during a K-turn, you do not turn around, which would be but still take the crit.
I think
stress.
I think that's fine either way, because Kenkirk needs to get out of there, because currently she's if she doesn't, she's going to be at range 1 of those things forever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you either run Kenkirk out of there, or you just go full ham mode and just try and kill Oiken instantly. Which is hard to do when you've still got 9 hull points left.
And here we go. It seems that Oiken is making a bank turn to the right.
Not Oiken. Oh no, it is Oiken. It's blinded.
Yes.
He's got blinded pilot or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Is it blinded? Yeah.
He's got blinded pilot, which means he moves first. He's now pilot skill 0.
Pilot skill 0. I need overlays for that. I need an overlay on every single ship with pilot skill 0.
I hate you.
I don't need it. I'll just remember them. I was tempted to write over the overlays when I was doing these. And he hits himself.
Oh
no. Sorry, that's to remove damage sensor array.
Oh yeah, damage sensor array, which allows him to form an action. However, that took an action to do that.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, that comes up quite a lot in these, and there's one where the guy never loses it.
Yeah.
He rolls a hit on every single dice when attacking, removing damage sensor array, no chance. So, That's
Ty's
fine.
doing a 3k, it seems. I think,
There is asteroids happening.
yeah, that is incredibly risky and dangerous for Chris. However, I think he's...
Well, he's also managed to get out of the Lambda's arc and keep himself in it.
Yeah.
And you're willing to take a point of damage or two to do that, considering that now you will always be out of the Lambda's firing arc.
True. The problem is, though, there's a damage. That's not what you want for the Ty. And it also means that he can't attack because he's on the asteroid. You know,
Yeah.
He took a damage. Yes, okay, he's out of arc, but both the Ties have lost
One
their
of them
shot
has
this
taken
round.
damage.
One has taken damage. We'll see what the other one does. There are good odds here that one's probably going to take damage as well, unless it avoids the asteroid. But of course, landing means that it misses its chance to fire, which is a round where a ship of yours is doing pretty much nothing.
But also, like, okay, it's not doing anything this turn, but I don't think Andy's going to be able to shoot at the Ties at all, because that bounty hunter isn't going to be able to get to arc from where it is. Does he lose a hull? Yes, he does.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
GG.
That's not what you want. Not what you want at all. GG.
Yeah, that's not good. But then again, I don't mind it. It seems okay. Like, yeah, you're not going to shoot this turn, but you're not going to get a shot. So you've also managed to get behind 10 points of hull, or 10 points of hit. Like, that's good.
That is true. And there's the leisurely bank from
And here,
the shuttle.
here comes the slow, inexorable turn of a shuttle, in which it moves by about 5 degrees.
The Volvo is making its play.
Oh, so slow. It's like pondering along. It's just ambulating across the board at this point.
But then that's what the shuttle's for. It's a slow and ponderous support ship. It's not supposed to be a big damage dealer.
It's what the shuttle's for, ambulating.
Yeah.
It just, and no, look, it's a shuttle making a bank. I was not surprised at it. It's like, they just move so... Oh, that's not good, actually.
Yeah.
No, that shuttle's not in a good place, because Oiken is going to have to go that way.
Yeah.
This is going to end badly.
Then again...
And there's the fire spray. Okay, I was wrong. It's not Corriganing.
Yeah, but it's probably going to bump the shuttle.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, that's a bump.
No. I think it's just between. I do think there's...
Well, no action's been placed.
No action,
so...
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there is.
Unless he's finding his focus tokens again.
So Andy has managed to bump two of his ships, and probably going to bump Oiken against another one of his ships next turn. Thankfully, Oiken's ability only activates when he overlaps the enemy ship.
If you could hit your own ships, Oiken would have been far away from everything.
Oh yes.
Would have been in his own deployment zone on another table.
The fire spray at least has a firing arc on something, as does the actual shuttle. If the shuttle's within range, probably within range 3 of Kenkirk, but...
It will be.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that.
Well, we've just got a Decimator parking lot right now. Because that has bumped right into the corner. It's just sat there.
Oh dear, that's not what Chris needs. He's negated the shot between the two Decimators, but that just means the shuttle's going to get shot at by the Decimator.
Yeah. It also means that Chris's Decimator is going to be taking a fire spray Lambda.
Yeah.
And they put out some respectable damages.
Oh yeah, I mean
like six shots together.
Yeah,
because that is not range 1.
But then again, he will get at least 1 evade dice for one of those hits.
Yeah.
Assuming that one of the ships does at least 2 damage to him.
Yeah. Now, if the bounty hunter doesn't do 2 damage to him, I think it'd be a disappointment. Like 3 dice, 2 hits is just over average, but not so far. You're like, it's never going to happen.
There we go. Kenkirk onto the bounty hunter. Predator reroll.
2 hits, evade focus. So he loses 1, 2.
Yeah, that's 2 focus.
Oh no, that is a focus. I am blind. That's probably why I removed 2 shields. So this is now the bounty hunter. Yeah, bounty hunter.
Yeah, bounty hunter because Oiken's bounty was 0.
Yeah, that's fine. So hit crit. So he loses the shield, then crits.
I believe that was a hit and a eyeball.
I can't see. I need eyeballs myself. I should probably roll some dice. In which case, he won't have any evades for the shuttle.
Okay, so range 3 it seems for the shuttle. Actually, no, I think it's just within
It's range 1. He's only rolling 1 dice.
Yes.
So you got 3 hits and an evade. Or did he? 3 hits.
Oh
wow! I'm really good at calling this, aren't I?
Yeah.
I edited this, and I don't know what people are rolling and getting. I'm good at this, aren't I?
That is range 3 because of course range 3 Decimator gets 1 dice.
Yeah.
But now he's going to get 2.
Now range 3 he'll get 2 die.
Wow, 2 die with a Decimator.
There is a comment on here about that.
And there we go. Ties can't fire because they...
Ties can't fire, shuttle can't fire, so it's Oiken's turn.
Well,
yeah, that's a shield gone. Everything is now damaged. You can't return any of this stuff, guys. It's now damaged. It's been used.
This is it.
Doesn't matter if you got the receipt.
And unfortunately, this has leveled the playing field for Andy. The two Decimators are now on the exact same hull value.
Same with the Shuttles.
Yeah.
It's just, effectively, in theory, if it continues like this, it's a bounty hunter versus two ties.
Yeah, which again,
and
taken
that,
two hits.
that's not going to go well.
Yeah, not going to go well.
So they've both taken a hit like there. They've lost 2 hull each. But together, the ties just equal the whole points of a bounty hunter.
That is true.
Not including shields.
So
and the bounty hunter is a lot more manoeuvrable than TIE fighters.
Those TIE fighters are going to be very predictable this turn around because they're going
to go 2 forwards.
2 forward.
Or 2 left bank.
2 left bank to try and clear the stress. Which the fire spray is probably going to cut onto that, turn to engage them, get a range 1 shot on one of them at least. Whereas the Decimator probably going to follow up behind the fire spray. Going to try and take out the 2 shuttles. Not too worried about the shuttle because Chris's shuttle is still coming around.
Andy's shuttle is actually the danger here.
Yes,
because it might just go a little bit forwards and intentionally bump the fire spray.
Yeah.
Because if Andy moves Kenkirk in, if the fire spray is on the other side of the shuttle, he'll have at least 2 ships firing on it.
Yeah.
And Kenkirk can put out damage, but not enough damage to win that war.
Oh. Kenkirk is turning away from the engagement. Oh yeah, it's Oiken, yes.
It doesn't really matter if Oiken turns away from the engagement. It's a 360 arc.
Yeah, that's true.
Oiken can go wherever he pleases, really.
But it's increasing range. That's the thing.
Sure, it would depend on where Oiken goes. Like, Kenkirk, sorry. I would think Kenkirk is turning left here. And is trying to get back to the sort of centre of the board, where the board position needs to be. You're going to be trying to get in there and basically try and just attract some level of attention while putting out more damage than anyone else can. And having an automatic evade die everywhere on the Decimator is stupid.
There's the prediction of 2 forward from the TIE fighters, clearing the stress, giving them an action. They're not going to bump the shuttle, which is good. But you have got a good point, though, with potentially the shuttle bumping intentionally the fire spray, and then the fire spray, again, intentionally bumping the shuttle. You'd get no modifiers, but you'd get at least a good shot.
I think the fire spray would go over the shuttle here.
Yeah?
Because I don't think you want to be that close to Kenkirk.
That's true.
I think you're okay with the shuttle being in the way. 1, it has an engine upgrade, and 2, it's got more shields left. But the bounty hunter, whilst it has more evade die, you don't want to risk rolling nothing. You want to try and put a little bit of range in between you.
A little bit. And then we got 1 bank from Chris's shuttle there, which is turning it a little bit more towards...
Yeah, slowly getting there.
Probably next time we'll see a 2 turn from the shuttle to try and get it back in the
I really just wanted to keep banking. I just wanted to circle in slowly like a vulture with a crippled wing.
And here comes Andy's shuttle.
That is just clearing it to try and cause Kenkirk to bump. It's going to go straight over the fire spray, which isn't a bad piece of flying. It's a good call.
No, it's a good call. If you bump with Kenkirk, he doesn't get his free evade action, which is a very good call. Andy playing Kenkirk perfectly. Of course, the shuttle itself may, but no. Ooh. Oh, I think it actually just bumps with... Yeah, it just bumps.
I believe we may be about to see my hand, if it's needed. It's just going to appear on screen.
So it goes back.
Yeah, okay, it bumped.
It clears the fire spray at least, so the fire spray is still where it belongs. However, the ploy to try and block Kenkirk may have failed because the shuttle itself is bumped, so if they're parallel, Kenkirk will just keep going forward. So it would have blocked a turn, though.
I think this is going to be a turn here. I think she's going to try and go for a turn because you don't want to leave the TIE fighters so undefended because the Decimator can't turn especially quickly when needed.
No.
Like if it turns in here, it'll be fine, but it doesn't want to go forwards and then start turning. Because that just adds so much more, which leaves your TIE fighters alone. And then if your TIEs are down, you have no bump fodder, basically.
And of course, because that was a turn from the shuttle, that was, of course, a red manoeuvre. So.
And there is a bounty hunter just going forwards because he's anticipating the Decimator to end up probably on the backside of both the shuttle and the Decimator.
Well, Chris has got a good shot here because I believe those ties are out of the
they are
arc.
They are slightly out, I think. One of them definitely is. The other one might just be being cleared by Delta entirely.
And there we go. A 3-turn as called by you, meaning he bumps the shuttle.
And he auto bumps it.
Meaning he stays exactly where he is. The shuttle's not going to fire at him though, which is good.
That's just going to be broadsiding Decimators at this point.
We see that a lot, I noticed.
Yeah, there's a lot of Decimators just sort of sat next to each other, just firing at each other. There was a game I saw when I was just walking around where there were I think it was 2 double Decimators or whatever. Just 2 Decimators flying parallel, shooting each other the whole time. It was brilliant. It's like the most boring combat phases ever.
And there we go.
That's a Decimator versus Decimator.
Predator reroll, 4 hits.
Well, hit, crit.
Damn.
So that is 1, 2, 3 crit, which is a direct hit.
Look at all those hull points
That's
just disappear.
2 direct hits as well on Oiken.
Damn.
He is not going to be living much longer.
No, that's just 4 more hits, which is 1 out close range output from the Decimator onto it, dead. Let's hope that Chris's Kenkirk can survive by a round longer by using its new evade dice and free evade action.
And that's a range 3 shot.
Well, the fast is going to attempt to take some.
Chrissy is about to roll 2 dice on evade on Kenkirk, which he is showing us now, saying,
Two
wow, I
evades.
got to roll 2 evade die.
I bet he rolls blanks.
Hit, though. So
Yeah,
he's going to
3
be
hits.
taking at least 1 damage.
Yeah.
And he gets 1
He gets
evade.
1 evade, which
so
is-
he loses 2 health.
It is respectable. He's negated some damage, at least somewhat.
Yeah, it's he's in a much better place here. That trade was won by Chris.
Indeed.
There's no danger of him having lost that trade. So,
And also, it's a shame that he lost his action, because had he been able to keep his action, he would have been able to do a free evade action and negate another one of the damage, reducing it to 1. That's the thing about this matter. You take whatever you can get to keep that thing alive as much as possible, because it's a major damage dealer.
yeah, it's also a major aggro gainer.
Oh, yes.
People want to kill it, and I don't know why.
People look at it and they think, oh, that's intimidating, and I believe that should be range 1 from the
Yep.
ties, which is 3 attack dice on the
Fire spray
the fire spray
twice.
blind spot twice. Yeah, the blind spot, the fire spray twice. But that's not a very good roll.
Focus.
Oh, focused up, 2 hits.
No evade.
No evades. Okay, that exchange was not bad.
No shields. Those blue squares are going fast. Everyone wants to kill my one when I painted blue and orange. Decimator.
We'll see.
I'm just going to start buying decimators and painting them at this point. I have like 6 of them.
Alright, here we go. Another roll.
Hit, nothing. Evade.
2 evades. So that.
Well,
that-
evade focus using a
focus
focus
to evade.
token.
But that was completely negated by the
Which
by the
you
fire spray.
are okay with, but you have still lost all of your shields.
Yeah.
Like your fire spray is now no longer in the safe haven of crits don't matter right now. I'm fine.
Yeah, which means now that's when Chris's Shuttle starts coming to play, because it's now going to turn right.
That was just 4 hits onto Kenkirk
Whoa!
and 1 evade, but that's 3 whole points gone for Kenkirk.
Which means he's now back to the same level as Oiken.
Yes, yes.
Damn.
I like some of the points. I was just trying to figure out exactly how much damage is being dealt, and like the decimator is like lay down of hull damage. You're like, I can't count how many there are. Look at Chris. Look at Andy's one in the bottom left.
Yeah.
Like I'm like what? What? And then it's like a crit got turned over. I'm like what's happening?
I know, it's just incredible.
There's like so many stupid like cards spreading across the table. But yeah, so we're about to see dials.
Yeah.
Because everything is shot.
Everything is shot.
Oh, and like Chris's shuttle will be doing nothing for at least 2 turns.
Yeah, so Chris's Decimator was in a good spot, and now suddenly it's gone all equal.
Chris's decimator is fine. The real issue here is going to be the fire spray, because I think the fire spray is going to have to Corrigan here.
Yeah,
Because otherwise Andy will do what he has been known to do and fly off the board. I think this is just going to be a Corrigan back in. But I think those TIE fighters are going to follow him.
Yeah.
Because the TIE fighters are manoeuvrable enough to jump back into the fight in a minute or 2. I just think it's going to be very hard for him to even get anywhere right now.
I agree. I predict that at least one TIE fighter will be killed this round.
I think a TIE fighter will die, but I think a fire spray might die as well.
Unlikely. If you can kill one of the TIEs, you can get a good amount of damage.
The issue is, if he doesn't Corrigan, and he just goes forwards and attempts to say come back around the asteroid in the bottom right, or back round towards the shuttle,
He's taking that thing out of the fight.
The TIE fighters also may be able to get out of arc.
That is the danger.
Yeah, so they might be able to shoot, but also not be shot back at.
Yeah.
Which is the one problem with a ship like the Fire Spray, but also TIE fighters who can turn reasonably well.
Yeah, and also who have the barrel roll to help them with the kind of the movement to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
It allows them to arc dodge considerably well.
Yeah, and arc dodging versus a Fire Spray is very, very important.
It's
as we've
impressive.
just seen.
Yeah.
Where the Fire Spray could not do anything
Yeah.
and took that massive damage.
That's the
in
thing about the fire
response.
spray. People think the fire spray is deadly. It is deadly, but if you can get inside its blind spot on the sides, then you've got it like a sitting duck.
Yeah. Now we're seeing Oiken, who's just performing a 2 left. I believe that's a 2. Probably is.
So the two sharks are circling one another.
They're probably just going to try and broadside, because that shuttle probably not going to be blocking the Kenkirk for much longer. As I say that, it probably is about to.
Yeah, that's
from like a 1
That's why I
forward.
predict 1 forward, block the Decimator, get its action, remove its stress, but lose its action anyway, and just keep the Decimator from moving away from what it is. Because if the Shuttle can block it, next turn, Oiken will move first, ram the Decimator and do 1 damage. Which I'm...
Here's something we didn't expect, is the 1 bank left. Which,
Yes.
to be fair, not a bad idea.
Yeah, because
you close in on both the Shuttle and the Decimator. Like, you can deal with the Bounty Hunter on his own, now he's got no shields. And he's got to be a little bit more cautious. That Omnicron pilot is going to be able to just stay in front of your Decimator forever. So you may as well bring the guys in to take out the Decimator and then wear down that
And there's a
Shuttle.
barrel roll from the TIE Fighter to give it a bit more lateral movement.
I think it's actually to try and just make sure there's enough room for the other TIE Fighter to fit
Yes.
in. No, it's a 2 left, yeah. No, I think that was just Chris making sure.
Yeah, so
Like, it gives him a little bit more
It
movement,
does.
but also you really, really don't want other bits. Also, maybe just trying to keep out of arc for when the fire spray
yeah. The Fire Spray, I think, is going to K-turn, but it's not put the TIEs in a good position. Probably going to be at range 3, so they're running 4 defense dice. 4 defense dice.
against
But
3 attacks, which is very good. And Chris's Shuttle
is now starting to stress itself.
slowly
Well,
it has ponderously made its way towards battle.
It has made the 2 turns, so it's going to get stressed, but it's got back into the fray a little bit.
It's not going to be able to shoot this time.
No, it could shoot. Look, it can shoot the Shuttle.
It threw an asteroid.
But it's a shot. It's a shot
Yeah,
which
it's
can
true.
make all the difference.
Took 3 turns of pondering about in the middle of nowhere, having a picnic on a
Also,
moon.
fantastic flying by Chris, just narrowly missing the asteroid. Fantastic.
So willing to bet he goes over it next turn. Fantastic. Oh, he's dead. Sort of thing. I think I've said that a lot.
And there goes the Shuttle out of fire.
And the Shuttle is going to be just in front of Kenkirk. Literally, it's whatever turn it is. 2 turn? No, 1 bank.
It's 1 bank.
Yeah, so if that Decimator was to go forward, it's probably about to land on a Shuttle.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We all know
This is where you
Oiken's
want
gonna
Oiken. No, this is where you want Oiken over Kenkirk.
Yeah.
Slowly just bump everyone to death.
And there's the 3K turn.
Yeah. No, that's not. That's just a 2 forward.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought he might do this. This is the safer play. So he will be in range of the TIE fighters, of one of the TIE fighters at least, and he'll be able to come back round through the bottom half of the map or the table.
He may have a range 3 shot on the TIE Fighter, but at least it's a shot. But we'll
If
see.
they're on 2 hull, Chris may roll nothing. But yeah, it basically allows him to come in through one of those 2 sides around either the green planet or the red and white, yellow one.
It could be the Shuttle may also have an arc on the fire spray as well.
That's true.
May just
I
clip
doubt
the
that
corner.
it's in range.
I think if it's in range, it'll be range 3, definitely.
Yeah, and that's not really going to do anything. It's what 3v3, but I don't think it's going to be in range. I think the fire spray is just in range on that TIE fighter. So yeah, here's a standard
I'm going to
shooting my Decimator. Hold out my empty hand and pretend to roll the die.
Here we go. So, yep, range 2.
You got a range 2 shot. That's even better.
That's even better.
3v3 die.
That's not good odds for that Academy pilot. Especially since it barrel rolled. It barrel rolled into the fire spray's range 2 arc, sadly.
Also, it's going to have to turn very sharply to avoid that asteroid next time.
Yes. It can go. I think it can go. It could just
Oh,
go
you're about
forward.
to have first blood.
We'll see.
Come on.
Come on. We got to see. I want to see
The
something
crowd
die.
is hungry.
I can hear them clawing out for someone to die.
Kenkirk has not shot, by the way.
Oh, 1 damage. Yeah, but he's got particle 0. I forget.
Kenkirk doesn't. Kenkirk
yeah.
doesn't have a single crit.
Oh, maybe. Maybe
Relatively sure.
he had blinded pilot, which means he couldn't attack. He had to say, "I'm
Oh,
attacking,"
yeah, sorry.
flipping the card face down.
That's fine then. Yeah, he did have a flip card, didn't he? Oh, that's so annoying. I love that one. Though.
Well, the TIE took 1 damage, which is
Oh, that's not good. It
This-
might run
yeah.
into an asteroid in a moment.
and kill itself. But the Shuttle has indeed
range 3,
got
yeah,
a range
that's
3 shot on the fire spray.
It's not bad.
We could see the fire spray take considerable amount of damage here if it rolls badly. And wow, that's 3. That's a
Whoa.
It's a crit.
And
Whoa!
no! 3 damage to a bounty hunter.
And one of them's a crit. Oh, direct hit. I'd hate to see direct hit come up. What the? Whoa!
Oh, Vader!
Vader
Oh,
killed it.
jeez, he vaded. He vaded hard, right?
And a 4.
Oh, no, hang on, sorry. He gets a crit normally, and then Vader's and gets another direct hit off that. Yeah,
Ouch! Ouch!
Damn.
That's
a Vader.
That's a Vader.
That's when you look at it and you go, how much health have you got left? And they're like, well, I've got like 2, and you're like,
Vader
you, and they're like, oh. Yeah, Andy flips a lot of direct hits here.
Well,
by the way. I'm not gonna hide this from you. He's flipped 3 now.
Well,
there are 4 in the deck.
They are the most common crit in the deck.
Okay.
But yeah,
yeah, he's flipped 3, and I'm relatively sure he's probably not hiding one under those face down cards at the bottom left.
And there's an evade.
Yeah,
Quite impressive.
Fair enough. Range 3 shot on a Decimator.
Go for it.
That's a range 2 shot.
Range 2 shots.
So we will be taking damage. Hit nothing. So that's a damage.
That's a damage.
At least it wasn't a crit, because that probably was a direct hit in there.
Yeah.
Top card just sat there like, can't mate. Direct hit.
Well, things have turned in Chris's favour.
Yeah, like the bounty hunter was going to either be living this turn and coming back in a couple of turns, or dying.
Well, Chris took the best
the
chance.
maneuver made it look more likely that the bounty hunter would just be out of the game for a few turns, and it is now just out of the game.
Out of the game entirely.
There's no few turns about this. It's how they feel the rest of the turns.
Indeed. I mean, I'm just impressed that the shuttle at range 3 took out a fire spray.
Vader takes some credit for this.
Oh yeah, Vader takes credit.
Also, Andy rolling 3 blanks.
Yeah,
can take a little bit of credit for the fact that nothing changed. Like he rolled nothing, and he was at like 6 health. He's like gets crit again. You're dead at that point, guys. Let's just admit it.
And of course, there's Andy's shuttle. Of course, trying to make the bear later.
It's just the fact that we just saw 6 squares. You go, but it's like he died. Oh, Vader. Jeez. So we've got a who's shooting here? Oh, Decimator versus the TIE Fighter on 1 health.
Oh, 2 hits.
Not
enough to survive.
Eyeballs, that's second blood. Yeah, Chris just remembering to deal damage to himself and then remove his TIE Fighter.
Well, okay, so that's not a bad round. You've exchanged a fire spray for a TIE. I'd take that exchange any day.
Yeah, especially as that TIE was probably just about to run into an asteroid.
Yeah, you're not lost much.
Yeah, but you never know, like, trading inefficiently can't be bad all the time.
Yeah, the TIE, I think, needs to pursue the shuttle while the shuttle and the Decimator go after...
No, I think that TIE Fighter is just running for Oiken. It's just going to try and sit behind it for the rest of this game.
No, that's the worst thing you can do, because the 360 firing arc of the
Decimator. No, I understand it's a bad idea. I think that's what's going to happen, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to come out of them and say, yeah, no, this is like Worlds. This is, to be fair, round 4. We've had 3 75-minute rounds at this point. They're already a little bit knackered. True. And let's face it, sometimes you have to just throw caution to the wind.
True.
And just say, whatever, I got this, guys. There's a TIE Fighter just chasing a Decimator. I'll get you.
We'll see if it pays off, though.
It's probably not what's going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Andy's Decimator is going to slowly try and wheel out and take out Ken Kirk. But Ken Kirk is probably just going to kill Oiken.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be shuttle chases.
Ken Kirk's probably going to make a turn to the right. If it turns left, it's going to collide with the shuttle and go over an asteroid. Not what you want.
I think, actually, Ken Kirk is going to go left. Because if he goes right, he's got so little space to manoeuvre.
He has got a lot of space to manoeuvre, however, he doesn't take that damage. He has got distance on the Decimator, though.
He has distance, but he doesn't really need to. I think he is going to go over the asteroid. He's going to go past the asteroid in that respect. And
you know what? Maybe you're not too wrong about the TIE Fighter, seeing where the Decimator's moved to right now.
Yeah, he's going to get in behind. He's going to try and get to the point where he can sit around for it. Because if Andy also wastes a turn shooting a TIE Fighter, you're okay with your TIE Fighter dying in exchange for Ken Kirk not taking any more damage when she's already at 4 hull.
That is quite true.
And your TIE Fighters are there to be sacrificed. And if it lives, it can kill Oiken. Like,
that is true. In fact, if it gets within range, it could theoretically, if it survives, kill Oiken.
Yeah. So, and if Andy wastes a turn shooting it and it doesn't die, and you put like 1 point of damage down, you're pretty worth.
Well, the tyres have, of course, bumped, so that's an issue for a start.
Well, it's also only bumped Ken Kirk, so it's fine.
True, but it means it loses an action, meaning it's lost the potential of a free evade.
It is in arc of Oiken, and it would have barrel rolled if it could.
That's true. And here goes the shuttle, clearing its stress.
It's just going to bore itself forwards.
That's
It's
pretty
like
usual.
a drill just boring slowly down again. That thing started in the top right hand corner and has so far done a lap.
Yeah, quite impressive for a shuttle, actually, considering.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it seems good. The Decimator, Oiken is going to be in a good place after this, like in the next couple of times if he lives.
Yeah, interesting. The shuttle is target locked to the Decimator.
Yeah, well, you just want to make sure, right? Like, slowly that shuttle's going to get into the arc as Decimator.
Yeah.
Again. They're both not manoeuvrable, but Andy's kind of locked in on just going forwards at the moment.
And there goes Andy shuttle turning left, meaning it's stressing itself again.
And if Kenkirk goes forwards or to the right, the shuttle will be in range an arc of it.
Yes.
If it goes to the right, the shuttle will be in range 1.
Yeah.
So
If it goes left, it's gonna go an asteroid. So
you were right, but it's going to be in a range 1 arc shot of a predominantly undamaged shuttle.
However, Kenkirk gets the first shot.
Kenkirk will get the first shot. Kenkirk cannot kill an Omnicron pilot with 3 shields and 5 hull.
True.
That is not something that Kenkirk is able to do.
No, that is quite true.
And at range 1, the Omnicron pilot is going to
he has also but he also got a free evade action, as you can see up there.
He does.
And also the evade dice, so he's got a chance to evade quite a bit of hits.
That is 3 hits and a crit.
1 evade
And an evade.
So
that's some damages.
That is some damage. That is considerable damage being
So
done.
he's lost some shields. He's lost shields.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. He's lost shields.
I think he may have been getting damage. No, yeah, he only lost shield. That's fine. So here we have what is probably the shoot back.
Yep.
Yeah, there
Spending
we go.
the
Which is evade versus hit focus. So yeah, I think
So
that's
1 hit.
Yeah, that's a hit and done.
that's not that's not 1 crit. That's not an unfair exchange.
No, you're okay with it.
Yeah.
You lost your shields to put Kenkirk at 3. Kenkirk at 3 is a lot less dangerous than Kenkirk at 4.
Yeah.
Because there's not much in Andy's list that can do 4 damage. Whereas at 3, everything shoots 3 die.
Everything shoots 3 dice.
And it's just going to be a lot harder to actually deal the 4th point of damage in 1 shot. Whereas now with 3, it's more just like, well, I can get lucky with that.
Well, here's the thing which I think the shuttle's going to try and do next turn. It's going to keep it stressed, but bank to the right. Try and block Kenkirk.
Kenkirk's going left now. Kenkirk, I'm pretty sure Kenkirk has to go left because otherwise it's going to run headfirst into Oiken, who is now a 1 health.
Yeah.
But if Oiken rams you, it don't matter about his health.
That's true.
He's going to hit you and then run.
This is a very close game.
It's a very good game. So, Oiken is in danger.
Oiken
is currently on ship life support.
Yeah.
The ship is being jump-started. Like, clear.
And this is where Chris makes his play by turning a shuttle to the left, getting that last shot in at that Decimator, trying to kill Oiken. Probably the last shot the shuttle will ever get. Kenkirk. Yeah.
If it's Andy doing the jumping. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, but I think Oiken's days may be out. Although he is going to get a chance to shoot back again. Maybe take out a TIE Fighter, but with 3 dice versus 3, it's a lot less likely. I suppose if you get 3 hits and 1 evade, it's fine, but the likelihood of such things happening.
The thing is, that shuttle has got a target lock on the on Oiken, so it can reroll any.
It will have a much higher percentage chance of rolling 3 hits.
That is true. Which, it doesn't matter. It needs to roll 1 hit and that's it. It's over.
The TIE Fighter's already shot.
That's
why Oiken is at 1 health right now.
Yeah.
It's very lucky he wasn't dead.
You're very lucky.
Yeah. But really, that's what's happening. Like, Oiken is going down, and I told you that the TIE Fighter was going for Oiken.
Yeah.
Especially because the TIE Fighter shoots first, as we forgot when we were saying that. So yeah, that could have worked out very well where the TIE Fighter just killed Oiken instantly.
Yeah.
And the TIE Fighter just gets to fly off into the sunset like Butch Cassidy.
I wish, because if the TIE Fighter got into range 1, it could have done that, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
I don't think it could have gone into range 1 and stayed in arc. Because that would have had to be like a straight bank or a bank into a barrel roll, and even then it's going to be a lot harder to guess where everything's going to end up anyway. So you'd much rather just go a little bit forwards because you know Oiken's going to be somewhere on there in arc. Doesn't really matter where you are.
Well, Oiken's parts go 0, so it's always moving first, so you don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah, but because of that, you're more just going to play a bit safe. Because Andy, therefore, is going to be playing it a little bit safer.
Yeah.
Because he knows his biggest weapon in this game is moving first, shooting last.
Yeah.
You'd rather have Oiken shooting, moving penultimately, shooting second is much more impressive.
I'm wondering whether this is going to come down to a shuttle versus shuttle scenario.
Please don't. Oh.
Ooh, damn.
Yep, just jumping in. That's fine, because I think that TIE fighter is going to try and hook in to the left.
Yeah.
Almost as if to where, if the Decimator moved forwards, it would have been.
I think Andy's called where the shuttle is going. We'll
Right.
see. So the TIE's now moving to the right, one turn there. Very, very kind of short-term move there. Very surprising, actually. Probably going to block the shuttle in the end, but we'll have to see where that goes. So dial's now being moved. It is now time for the shuttle, which bumps Kenkuk, which means there's a negative shot between those two, providing Kenkuk can move out of the way. He's hoping that something will be able to kill that bloody Decimator. I mean, Oiken's only on one hull point. He's got all the chance in the world shooting, and I believe the shuttle is unfortunately just out of arc. That is really unfortunate, taking a stress and that target lock for no reason at all, because the shuttle is now out of arc.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's got a target lock though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, having a target lock is alright, but it's not
gonna,
going to be the greatest thing in the world.
It's not going to help you if you can't shoot.
True. But that Decimator is a prime target for a hungry shuttle.
Oh, yes. That's not good.
That shuttle could kill it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's a range 1.
It's range 1. Oh, dear.
Is the shuttle hungry?
I would advise that Chris take that free evade.
Hungry shuttle!
Here we go.
Why is he rolling an evade die? Oh, hang on, no, it's Kenkuk, isn't it? In the top left. One evade.
I'm surprised that Chris went for the shuttle when he could have killed like Oiken, get Oiken out of the way. That would have changed.
Oh no, he's going to let the TIE fighter have all the glory.
The TIE's facing away.
He's going to let it have all the glory. He's going to wait. It's just BM.
Biding his time.
One hit. It's like the slowest.
Oh.
It's like a death by a million paper cuts.
Literally a million
Just
paper cuts.
Slowly taking him down.
Well, Chris is surviving.
The shuttle is Andy, isn't it?
Shuttle
in the top
Andy.
left.
Yes.
The landed one, yeah,
the landed one is.
I keep getting them mixed up because they've been motoring around in the same areas this whole game.
Yeah, the flying one is Chris's, which unfortunately I don't think it has arc on the
no, it doesn't.
The fantastic flying on Andy's part.
Andy's shuttle is about to try and kill Kenkuk.
Yes.
He just shank it in the rear.
This could only go really badly.
This can only go badly.
Yeah.
Like, positive thoughts here.
There we go.
I like the way that Chris's shuttle has come out of this relatively unscathed.
Okay, that's two hits.
Evade.
It takes another damage.
They're both on 1.
They're both on 1.
Oh.
And Chris is in the worst position here, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's got less places to go.
He's gonna have to get that fire.
Although I will say,
away.
Oh, it doesn't work because Andy moves second. If you bump Oiken, does Oiken's ability happen?
Oiken's ability happens.
So basically, Andy could just go 4 forwards on his Decimator and say, "Go on."
Yeah.
Did you guess?
Yeah.
And just see what happens. But yeah, I think, by the way, Kenkuk is now pilot skill 0. Because I think that creates a blinded pilot.
Oh, lovely. So
from memory.
But because Chris has initiative, it means that Kenkuk still moves first.
Yeah, they shoot at the same time.
They shoot at the same time. So
this could be hilarious. But it's probably not going to happen.
And simultaneous fire will state that if people are the same pilot skill, you're not removed. If you're killed, you make your attack back, and then you kill.
I doubt that is going to happen. Looking around the other ships in play right now.
Yeah, that's.
But I live for the day that happens, and we get something just stupid. Have 2 fat Hans kill each other at the same moment.
One of the best games I played, in fact, was 2 Chewbacca's YTs. I was playing YT, he was playing YT. We killed each other at the same time. It was a draw.
It's hilarious.
It's the first time I've ever seen a full draw in X-Wing.
I think it's in this game. It's more likely to be the shuttles doing that.
Yes, I agree. And there we go. Long 3 bang.
There's the thing. So the 4 jump isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, it's going to get him within range though, which is.
Is it a 4? It is.
There we go.
I was right. There was no reason not to just go as far forward as you could in order to try and make Chris jump into you by accident, and just accidentally just kill Kenkuk immediately without you suffering any downsides. Because that would get you back in the game.
That would, yeah.
And he does have a shuttle up there, so I think that shuttle might be turning in towards Oiken, simply because it will therefore be in a better position to get the TIE Fighter when the TIE Fighter comes back in.
Well, the TIE Fighter is now made to form to 3K, which means that it's now making its play to go back in, gaining a stress, so it can't form its action, sadly.
Not that you really need
not
an
that I
action
really need
on a
action at
TIE
this
Fighter.
point, you know.
But yeah, so this game's gone a lot longer than I think it needed to. I think there've been a couple of moments where Oiken or Kenkirk could have gone down, which would have made this game a lot simpler. It probably would have been Oiken.
Yes.
Simply because there could have been a couple of moments where the TIE Fighter was in a better position.
Yeah, it really is.
Or you just focused that thing down the moment you got to 3.
At this game, at this time, it really is any man's game.
That is just leaving 1 forward from a lander. Which is not a bad move.
It's not a bad move.
Basically saying that if I don't kill Kenkirk, I'm going to kill your guy definitely.
Yeah.
If Oiken and Kenkirk don't trade, I'm going to still avenge this guy. I got this.
And here we go. Andy making his shot.
So first thing,
Oh,
Shuttle, the TIE Fighter and the Shuttles will shoot first.
but of course they don't get shots because
No one's in that.
But Andy's one gets a shot at the Decimator. Right now, Chris needs to oh, okay, two hits, an evade. He spends the evade. He survives.
Yeah, he has survived.
He survives just barely.
Damn.
That is what Chris needed.
Yeah, he's exactly what Chris needed.
Now Chris is a smart man. He'll go for the Decimator next. Try and kill Oiken.
In before he kills the Shuttle.
Yeah. However, because he spent his evade, so Oiken will kill Kenkirk as long as he does 1 damage. So Chris needs to know this and shoot back at Oiken, and then they kill him. So both kill each other at the same time. That's the best play that can happen at this point. And I believe that's what we're seeing now.
Oh no, that was actually sorry, that was the Shuttle shooting.
It was a shuttle, yes.
Yeah. So we haven't had the Desi on Desi.
Yeah, Desi's not happened yet. That was 3 hits onto the Decimator, I believe. And here we go. Simultaneous fire rules.
1 hit.
Oh,
no, he
failed!
And he's got a focus token. No, both Decimators.
Both Decimators kill each other. I told you, though. I told you. You know, that's what.
Well, I said I live to see the day, and I've seen it, so I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Well, okay, it's now 2 shuttles versus each other and a TIE Fighter thrown in the mix.
I thought you were going to say, oh, it's just me now. I just walked off. No, so it's a 4-hull, no shield shuttle versus a very healthy shuttle.
Yeah.
And an Academy pilot who is just kind of hiding behind the space ambulance Volvo cow. Very good ambulance, though, the Volvo cow.
Yeah, it is.
Just sort of drives along, mooing at people.
Now, the shuttle, Chris is going to do a 2 left turn, so is Andy's.
And that TIE Fighter is going to try and go through the middle.
Yeah, it's going to try and flank.
And we're probably about to play the Benny Hill theme music.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because this might last a little bit of time.
Indeed it may.
I'm just going to preempt it. It lasts a little bit of time, guys. I know what's about to happen. I edited this.
Oh,
it's
dear.
funny, but I kind of wish I could put the Benny Hill theme music on here. But unfortunately, it's copyrighted.
Oh.
Get a copyright strike for doing that. But yeah, so it's one of those things. We've got a chase coming up. There we go, told you. That Academy pilot is just going to begin the hunt for the centre of the friggin' asteroid field. And the 2 shuttles are going to try and dirtle each other out.
Interesting to see that the TIE didn't try and clear its stress and just keeping the stress so it doesn't get its action.
I'm pretty sure that the action won't matter here, so it doesn't matter anyway. And you want to be in this angle because then you are going to get to the middle of the board much quicker.
Agreed.
You're going to have a much bigger freedom in this position than you would if you'd done a stress maneuver to get
Now,
out.
at this point, Andy's got the advantage because his shuttle has an engine upgrade which gives it a boost.
Yeah,
so
he's going to be able to run away for much faster.
Yes, and this is the play which we're seeing here, Andy moving forward.
He's going to go over an asteroid. Unless he goes to the side, but he'll go off the board. So.
If he goes straight, he'll avoid it because the template won't cross over.
True,
so good.
True.
But I think it needs to be 2. I think a 1 would be too short. I think a 1 would just clip it, maybe.
Yeah, no, 1's putting 1 up.
He's deciding whether he wants to actually boost. He's trying for a bank.
Okay, that makes sense. He can recover from a bank and he won't hit the asteroid. That makes sense.
The shuttle's made a very hasty getaway there.
Yeah, so that's just going to be a 2 left bank now.
The shuttle. The thing is, this could work for Chris because they're cornering the shuttle. They're getting in. He's heading towards the corner. it's going to need to pull away, and Chris may preempt this because, of course, that shuttle can't K-turn. So as long as he goes towards where he thinks that shuttle's going to go, he's good. He's golden.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of places to go with the shuttle. But again, this game has to end at some point, and I'm relatively sure Chris is winning right now.
Oh yes, there's no debate about that.
Considering that they have the same ship in play, plus one of them has a tie.
Yeah.
I don't believe that engine upgrade is 12 points.
No. So. No, the tie makes all the difference for Chris at this point. So if anything, he may want to keep that tie in safe zone, because if the tie is destroyed, then that's his safety net gone.
Yeah, that's basically going to be a draw at that point.
Because Darth Vader is 3 points, engine upgrade is 4.
So yeah, it would be a modified win.
It would be a modified win.
By a point. Wow, that'd be hilarious.
By 1 point.
Wow. So yeah, it's definitely looking good. We got some cows chasing each other through space with a strange hexagonal ship flying around behind it. And the shuttle conservative movement, not what you actually wanted to do. You wanted to go with a 2-bank.
Well,
in between the asteroid goalposts.
The thing is, the two straight here clears the stress, whereas the 2-bank wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't really think he needs to worry about stress at this point. He needs to worry about making sure he's in arc next turn.
Thing is, now he's in range. So here we go. Target lock.
But
lock
it won't
in the
do anything
target
for like 6 turns.
No, but it's set. That's what you do with target lock. Target lock is never done around where you're going to attack. You want to focus on attack. So target lock is one of those actions you do when you won't be able to attack and you're not going to be attacked back at. So it's kind of a plan move. You set up your next attack. It does telegraph what you're doing. But
it's kind of hard to not telegraph what you're doing in this
exactly.
game.
Well, in this game, yes.
Pretty sure Andy's figured out what Chris is trying to do here.
Yeah, this game doesn't bear into it. But if you're in a game like a tie swarm, if you target lock one tie, then they know you're going to go for that tie and try and...
That's the idea why you lock all of them. And they're like, he's going to kill all my ties, and they can see. And you're like, yep.
Well, Andy's just stretched his shuttle there, making a 2-bank. And, of course, the tie is...
Well, if he did any other move, he'd
been off the board, yeah.
The 2-bank was like the only one that really saved him.
Oh!
Yeah, it's in
range.
It's in. Oh, this could be bad.
2 versus 2. Here we go. Right, rolling the dice. That's nothing for the tie.
Wow.
See, this is where actions come into play.
Oh, yeah. This is a... also the TIE Fighter is stressed right now.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So the actions come into play when he finally figures out how to go forward slightly slower.
Yeah, that's the thing. You say that action's not important. I think actions are everything in X-Wing.
True. I don't say they're nothing. I think they're important. I think that you've also got to consider when it's best just to go fast.
Yeah, you need to judge when you need to clear the stress and when not to. People try and clear the stress instantly, and that makes them uber predictable.
I'm pretty sure that the right move on the TIE Fighter was just go forwards as fast as you could.
Yeah.
And try and jump next to the shuttle, and then just get behind it and follow it around like a bad smell.
Okay, so he's cleared the stress now, so at least he gets some form of...
Yeah, it's still not going to be much use.
No, because the shuttle's going to bring a bank 1, then going to boost out of the way. Yeah. So it's going to be out of arc.
Oh, no, that's not going to be a bank 1, it's going to be a bank 2. Because the boost won't put it out of the way if he's boosted 1.
Very risky move from Chris. Is he going to avoid the asteroid?
He makes it through the goalpost.
He does.
It's a risky play. If it goes wrong, he loses a shield.
He's not really concerned about that.
Also, it lets him race towards the bottom right-hand side.
Yeah, which he knows where the shuttle's going.
The shuttle has to go that way. Like, it can't double back on itself. The shuttle can't Corrigan. Like, it's not going to do some fancy flying here. It's literally going to try and circle the board for the next hour, like, the next 10, 12 minutes.
And there, of course, is the boost. This is where the arc dodging of the shuttle comes into play.
That's an arc dodge. Next turn dials. No one is going to be in range. Well, no one's going to be in arc, even.
Yeah.
Range is correct, but no one's in arc. So... yeah, dials come down. That shuttle is going to be going forwards fast. Or maybe banking slightly, because I can see it banking right, hoping to catch him, because it can always bank left out again. It's fine. Yeah. It's just a slight kink in the turn.
I think banking right would be the worst thing for you to do, because you'd run right over that asteroid, which Christian would not want.
It's fine. I think if he can't shoot, it's fine, because the shuttle is going to shoot. But it basically says that, look, I'm going to put myself at risk, so Andy's going to be like, oh, okay. Andy therefore plays slightly riskier. Maybe he doesn't quite do the maths correct on where his bank's going to go or something, and he flies into his own asteroid and can't shoot, and he's stuck on an asteroid for a turn.
And there's the time making its play towards the shuttle.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter, because that shuttle is going to bank left and then boost out.
Yep.
And it's going to literally always be just outside of range or arc. Like the rest of this game.
Chris has mitigated this. He's done tried to do
the barrel roll, moving it
barrel roll.
slightly further out of range.
Well, he's tried to. Unfortunately, the asteroids we can't do that, so he's taken focus action. He's got good arc. He's got a good arc on that thing. As thus the shuttle turns.
The shuttle is. I think this shuttle is actually the. Andy shuttle is going to be going for a left bank, and then boosting forwards.
Yes.
And the other shuttle, he needs both ships to kill it. So, also Andy could just go really fast forwards.
Which is what he's doing.
Yeah, okay.
4, 3, 4.
And then he's just going to go engine upgrade boost first.
Yeah.
Because the 4 forwards is red on the shuttle?
Yes, I believe it is, yes.
So, yeah, that's just avoiding the stress. So he's going to use the boost for the fourth movement here. So... Oh, they know this way. That's correct, yeah. He's making sure he can make the turn. Sorry. Just realised if he went 1 forwards, he may not be able to turn properly.
Yeah.
Or he'd have to hard turn it, which is just going to stress him even more.
Yeah. Now, Chris needs to go and get...
Chris, that TIE fighter, what's the furthest bank the TIE can do?
I think it's a 3. 3
so yeah, that's probably about to be a 3 bank.
Yeah.
And then barrel roll to the right. So he's got the whole corner covered.
Yeah.
And the shuttle is just going to bank to the right as well.
I think the shuttle's going to go forward.
No, I think the shuttle's going to come in slightly because it can cut off both sides with the TIE fighter and the shuttle. And if you put the shuttle down, Andy's shuttle down to 1, it means he can't touch an asteroid because he will have a 50% chance of just dying.
Yeah, which is not what you want.
A 50% chance of dying is 100% too much.
Yes.
So that's not a good idea.
Yeah, not at all. And there we go. Barrel roll from the TIE fighter to get a bit more lateral range.
Yeah. That's before movement.
Yeah, that's before movement because you know that the shuttle's going to go forward. It can't turn. It can stop. Shuttle can stop if Andy wants to feel very brave.
Yeah, the shuttle isn't stopping here because that stresses it.
Yeah,
and that means you're in a bad position. You want to be able to stress to hard turn out or something.
And I was right. 2 forward from the shuttle. There it goes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Covering arcs as much as possible.
And now we're going to see Andy's shuttle die.
Yeah, pretty much, probably.
Because I don't think he can get out of this situation very fast.
No. And there we go. 2 bank.
That's a 2 forward.
So 2 forward. Yeah, 2 forward. Well,
is he going for the off the board play?
He could be.
I actually think he's out of range for the TIE fighter.
I think he is.
I think that's just a shuttle. So he's going to have what? 2 evade die at 3 attack?
I think he's just managed to get it into range 2.
Oh, that's not good. You wanted that 2 evade die.
Yeah.
Because we have a Vader.
Yeah, we have.
This could be another insta shot. Although it wouldn't be an insta shot because it's already lost 1 hull. So what's that? That is a
3 crits.
3 crit already. That's 2 evade. Well, I'll just kill my guy. It's fine.
That's
that's 1 evade. Sorry.
So yeah,
dead.
Vader.
Dead. Well, I guess I Vader you. Dead. Are you dead yet, Vader?
Yeah, dead.
Are you dead? when are you dead? I'll Vader you until you die, sir. How many hull have you got left? 2. Vader. He's dead. No, I'll Vader you again. Yeah. So they're just like, you're sure you're dead. You've taken this much. There's the handshake.
Yeah, there's the handshake. There we go. Yes.
Good game. Yeah. Well, some very bad Benny Hill improvisation there.
Yeah, indeed.
Of running around. That Andy shuttle nearly managed a lap.
Fantastic place, and the Decimators taking each other out.
The bounty hunter dying was the big turn.
That was the massive turn.
It
shuttle,
meant that the TIE fighter could get somewhere else.
The shuttle range 3 with Darth Vader killed the shuttle with 6 hull points left.
6 damage in 1 shot. But that was what brought the TIE fighters in, and it allowed it to really do all the damage.
That was the game changer there. Right there.
So yeah, thank you very much. That was round 4. We'll be back with round 5 sometime soon, hopefully. I won't be back, but Elliot will be.
So thank
you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye!
Ta-ta!